means to follow Jesus in everyday life.
Yes, we do that through our 3 core values: social compassion, communal learning, and temporal faith. My name is Bradley. I'm a 3rd year at San Francisco State, and
it's your birthday.
It is my birthday.
My fun fact is, in middle school, I went to Junior Olympics for synchronized ice skating.
Alright, so we're going to do an icebreaker. So what I need you guys to do is to split up in groups of 6.
1,
One of you has to kick someone out. So guys, this is how the game is going to play.
Wait, don't we want to gather a little?
No, we can do this. It's cool. We go. Alright, so the name of the game. So what we're going to do, it doesn't have a formal name, but so what you guys are going to be singing for us. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to call out like a category. So say we're going to be like Beatles songs or something, and then we're going to go around from every group. Every group has like 10 seconds to think of like a song and sing it. So we're going to go this group, this group, this group, we're going to go around. No repeats. If you repeat, you're out, and if you can't think of something in 10 seconds, you're out. And then we'll do multiple categories.
What we call switch. Guys. When we call switch, that's when we go ahead and.
But once we're out, do we disperse?
It's probably not the cat.
No, once you're out,
No,
you guys
we'll do another category.
You're mute for like
The rest of the category.
Yeah.
Alright.
So first category.
Taylor Swift songs. Alright, start with group 1 over here. You guys have 10 seconds.
8, 7. We're both young when I first saw you.
Cool. everyday rap song. It has to be your older.
Yeah. Get ready? Michael Jackson songs. Ready? I got this.
You guys actually don't know that.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah, watch.
And we were thinking like Friday in the afternoon sometime. So I don't know. It's just really important for us as a community to have fun together, and not just have a lot of like serious time together, but have like joy and life and laughter and fun infused into our community. And I heard that laughter opens up the soul. I don't know if you guys feel like that, but I feel like it does. That's actually physically what happens. Your soul opens up when you laugh. Sure. But if you guys are interested in doing this, what it's going to be is we're going to rent them for a full hour, and each bubble is $20 for a full hour. So I figured we can just do like half an hour portions, so you can just do like $10 for half an hour. Because I've done this before, and after 15 minutes, you're sweating so much because you're like carrying this like bubble on your shoulders, and you're knocking people out that are 10 times bigger than you, and you do not have to be good at soccer to play this. That's the reason why I didn't sign up to play last time, because I was like, I'm not good at soccer. But when I got there, all the people who were really good at soccer were like falling over onto their backs and like rolling over. There's like, it's absolutely equal when you get out there and you put a bubble on. So it's gonna be basically $10 for each person, and then you'll just have it for a half an hour, and we'll play like 4 games or something. And so I have a sign-up sheet up here, and you can sign up for it, and then we'll get back to you guys on a date once we find a place to actually have it, whether we do Golden Gate Park or if we do on campus, but it'll be some Friday in November, just so you guys know. So, what? Saturday.
We can get on a quad.
On the quad. That'd be really fun. You can. Alright, we'll figure it out. But are most of you guys free on Friday afternoons, would you say?
After 4.
Oh, maybe on a Saturday then. Yeah. Why do for this? Yeah.
Friday.
Because I can never do Friday anything.
figure out a day.
We'll figure out a day.
We'll put. Is there room for availability on that?
I'll put that on there, and you can write what if like Friday or Saturday afternoon works better for you. Okay, cool. So that's in the works. Make sure to sign up if you're interested in playing this. Make sure to sign up after the period.
Alright, sweet. Thanks, Sarah. So, costume dodgeball tournament. This Friday, come hang out with us and cheer on. I think we already have 2 teams, right? And signups are not open anymore. Are they not open? No. Okay, so signups aren't open anymore, but you guys should come and like hang out and cheer on the teams that we have because there were like, I think last year there were total like 6 teams, and we had maybe 6 people watching us, but we were still the loudest group there, and it's really fun because even though that we didn't do that good, like the rest of the teams that were destroying us were so confused why we had like a big crowd, everyone yelling for us. It was really fun. So you guys should come and cheer on the teams that are already like signed up to go, and it's like really fun. Plus, like, what else are you doing on Friday afternoon or Friday night?
Where is it?
Gym. In the gym. In the gym.
Alright, so Halloween party. If you guys have nothing to do on Halloween, we can all get together. It's going to be Saturday, October 31st at 7 p.m. Dress to impress. But dress in your costumes. There's going to be games, photo booth, candy, all that. But more details are to be determined. So.
Oh yeah, $3 burritos at Chipotle.
If you have costume on.
On Halloween, if you have a costume. What did I go in last year? I think one of my friends had a.
I did pirate.
You did pirate. I had Kaisha had like this costume box, and I came in like literally I just like threw something over that made it look like a Roman soldier, like one piece, and they got a $3 burrito.
Okay, that's the Zoe. She was live and she had one there.
Nice.
You don't have a location.
Yeah, details.
So details are to be determined. Most likely it'll be on the city.
TBH. Okay, so Radiate. This is a cruise winter conference for our whole region. So encompassing Hawaii, all of California, and Arizona. And so we have our conference this year in Los Angeles, January 15th through 18th. The deposit as of right now is $40, which is a lot cheaper than if you get your deposit in later. So like the prices increase as we get closer to the date. But it's a great conference. I went last year. Who else went last year? Caleb, Alexis. She's went somewhere. Yeah, there she is. We all went last year. It was a lot of fun. Like before going into the conference, it's kind of doubtful because it's mid Christmas break. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to go, but Caleb ended up kicking me in the butt and telling me I should go, and I'd have a really good time. I wasn't really sure about the price either, but I asked. It's reasonable, but I asked my parents because it's like 3 days in a hotel room in LA with food and whatnot. And so I asked my parents like, hey, for a Christmas present, can you just pay for my retreat? And they did. So, and that's how I got to retreat, and I was happy that I went. It was really cool because I got to sit in at some points, like I sat in at a discussion with a lot of people. I went to one that was about building better community, and I came out of it with some really cool like ideas in my mind and just a passion for like building the crew community and I learned from people that have been doing it a long time, that have been on staff for a while, like people in like way larger crews, like slow, that have like 500, 600, whatever people, like a ridiculous amount of people that still like can work. And I just had a great time learning about community and having like worship sets that are like huge with everyone, and it was so much fun, and I got like, came out with that. It was really fun. And a funny, so say a funny story, or an impactful story, I guess. I went, many of you guys know, like I went on high school summer mission this summer, and it all kind of started from going to conference. I kind of got the idea in my mind, and God really put it on my heart to like work with high school students, because I'd done that previously, but it wasn't something that was really serious. I didn't think, I just did it. And so during that conference, God just kind of put it on my heart to work with high schoolers, and I got in touch with people that were hosting a summer mission that involved high schoolers, and I got to do that over summer for 6 weeks and hang out in San Diego and soak up the sun and become like less white. So it was really great. Yeah, more Mexican than I do now. So yeah, you guys just sign up.
Alright, and now I'm going to invite Victoria to talk a little bit more about outreach. Okay, so I have a couple questions for you.
Okay.
What were some of your fears of doing outreach?
I think some of my fears were, I was actually really, really scared, and I wasn't actually going to go to outreach. I actually was just going to have breakfast with Ernest, and he kind of brought me along, and I was like, okay, and then he left. So I was like, but I've always like avoided it because I was always scared with the people that I would face, and like if I was going to be like questioning my faith and what people would think about me, or if I would say the wrong thing if someone asked me a question. So I think that was my fear.
It's pretty scary.
Yeah.
In the beginning. What was your experience sharing play?
Okay. And then so like when I went, it's kind of like a story. So then when I went, and then I got partnered up. Was it Jenna or Jenny? Jenny. She was really amazing. She's part of Bridge, which is the international students crew in San Jose. And so I got partnered up with her, and I was just like, okay, Victoria, like don't say anything, just listen, like it's okay. So I was like walking with her, and then it ended up just being like talking with really cool people, just having their own story and having like their own, like you get to know their own faith, and we use surveys, which I thought was really cool. And it wasn't as scary as I thought it'd be, and it was just getting to know just different types of people and seeing where they're at. Yeah.
So, last question. Why would you recommend trying the outreach team?
I recommend because it really challenges you. You get to also meet new people. So there's this girl named Patricia, and I didn't think like, you know, you get an email or you would like get to know someone at a different level. And I ended up like getting this girl's email, and I've yet to like hear from her, but I thought it was just really great just to reach out to someone and connect with them. And if they have even like, they're like kind of on the border, like, oh, I kind of want to get to know God. You get that chance to share that with them. So I think that's really great. So you guys should all come to outreach. It's not as scary as it is. It's just like, it's a great new experience.
It's not as scary.
Well, I mean, that it isn't. Sorry.
Watch your word.
Thank you. No problem.
Then outreach is Tuesdays at 12 p.m. on the top of the health center. So that's where you guys all meet. You'll gather, and then you'll always go like with a buddy and stuff like that too. So it's definitely not scary. or
Someone that's experienced, that's done this before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Alright, so small groups. So small groups is time that we can get together in like a smaller, more intimate setting, and come together and just learn about Jesus and have like share life together, like get food, whatever, you know, and just hang out in smaller groups that are more like, I guess specialized. Like we have a underclassmen guys study, we have an upperclassmen guys study, and same for girls. Yeah, something like that. So it's just a great time to get together, learn about Jesus, and hang out, enjoy life together.
Last but not least, come to church with us. It's always an open invitation. So every Sunday we'll meet at like near Subway area, 9:30 a.m. and we have lunch afterwards too. So if you always miss that bus, you can gather afterward as well. Or introduce.
All right, let's invite Kayla. Why don't you have the talk?
So
I'm Caleb, if you don't already know me. I am on staff with crew. I'm an intern. I am a graduate with a degree in cinema.
There we go.
I graduated in May, and yeah, now I'm interning with crew. So, we're like, W8 is basically like a time to talk about spiritual things and just kind of go deeper. And we've kind of been changing W8 recently. I don't know if you guys remember, 2 weeks ago Chris talked about shame, and we did like more of a discussion. So we're going to do that again this week with our topic. And yeah, the thing we're going through this year is Jesus meets us in our blank. So kind of looking at how in the Bible Jesus interacted with different kinds of people, and how we can like find similarities and like be able to relate to those people so that we can see like how Jesus will interact with us. So today we're going to talk about idolatry. Yay! Idolatry. So super exciting, I know, but it honestly is really good to talk about this, because I think growing up in the church, at least for me, I always thought of idolatry as like a gold statue that people bow down to, and that's not, I mean, that was what it is, but that's not very often, like that. Like in our culture today, I don't see this happening very much. In some places it does still happen, but for us, I think that's kind of changed. Like we've replaced those gold statues with things like money, or with power, or with pleasure, things that we idolize and like put ahead of God. So the basic definition of idolatry, real quick, I just want to like do a brief intro of idolatry before we like get into discussion groups. So idolatry is anything more important to you than God, anything that absorbs your heart and imagination more than God, and anything you seek to give you what only God can give you. So something that kind of helped me understand idolatry is a movie called Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Has everyone seen this? Yep. Okay. If you haven't, it's basically about this guy named Flint Lockwood. He's like this nerd engineer guy, and his like sole purpose in life is to invent things that will make the world a better place. And he tries to do that, and he constantly fails, and he is like, everyone like makes fun of him, and he really like basically worships like being an inventor and like bringing good things to the world. And then his little island, I can't remember what it's called, his town, they have a famine, and there's like no food, and they're basically starving, and people have to leave. And then he gets the great idea to invent something that turns water into food, because obviously that's possible. And ends up, like, does this whole thing, and the machine ends up in the clouds, and it starts raining food down on everyone. And he's super happy, proud of himself, like he finally did something good. And he basically, like, he believes that he has saved his community, only to find out that he has placed them in danger when his good thing is taken too far and becomes bad. The food starts being really big, and it crushes people, and it's not good. That's the problem. So basically, that's just like an example of something like that machine, like something that was created for good, is taken too far by our fallen human nature, and eventually it causes our downfall. So that's basically or that's a way to look at idols. Is there something that God has given us for good? He's given us money, and He's given us pleasure, He's given us relationships, and then we take that and like put that as higher than God. Like we take something that was good and turn it into something that is bad. Just like, I mean, you can think of people, like super famous people that make it big, have all these great things, they're super wealthy, and then they commit suicide. It's like, things can be good, but when they're taken too far, they become like detrimental for us. There's one quote by Tim Keller, wrote a book called Counterfeit Gods, which is super good about talking on idolatry and diving into that deeper. This quote we really like. It says, "The human heart is an idol factory that takes good things like a successful career, love, material possessions, even family, and turns them into ultimate things. Our hearts deify them as the center of our lives because we think they can give us significance and security, safety, and fulfillment if we attain them." So that's just a quote from a really smart guy that kind of explains idolatry. But now we're going to look in the Bible at a story about where Jesus interacted with someone who is a good definition of what idolatry looks like, and that is the story of Jesus interacting with the rich young ruler. And in the Bible, like, his title is The Rich Young Ruler. And so if we look at that closely, he was young, like us. He was a ruler who was powerful, and he had lots of money. So I think there are ways that we can relate to him and understand where he's coming from. But just like set up a little bit of context. The rich young ruler, Jesus is just like doing his normal like ministry, going from town to town, healing people. And this guy comes up to him and like asks him a question. You'll read about it later. But basically everyone like paid attention to him because he was powerful. He was kind of a unusual person in that culture to come to Jesus. So that's why we're going to look at that and kind of figure out, let's look at how Jesus interacts with him and how that could be applicable to us. So now basically we're not going to read it all together. It's on pieces of paper in the back. And we are going to read it silently and then discuss it with each other. And then we'll come together for like a bigger group discussion, kind of like last time. The hope is with discussion groups is that everyone in the group would have a chance to share, because I think there is just something cool about hearing different people's perspectives, and when different people share, that brings new understanding and background to the story. But we do want to be careful because San Francisco is a diverse place. There's people that come from different backgrounds, have different religious upbringings, different cultures. So just like think about it before you say things. Try not to use Christianese and all these big fancy words that not everyone might know. So I'm going to count you off into groups, and then when you get into the group, you'll sit at that number table, and then you'll read it silently for like 5 minutes, and then I'll announce when you guys can start like discussing stuff with your group. Can you go to the next slide so you can just see? So you can like read the paper, and then you can like mark on the paper like things that stick out to you that seem weird, and then we'll have you guys discuss these questions after a bit. So, if you are a person that I told earlier, could you stand up and go by the table? You know who you are? Thanks. Okay, now we're just gonna count off here. Okay, so we're gonna count up to 8. Okay? So Destiny is later on.
Say what number you at? 8. 1, 2, 3,
Daniel, you're an 8. And Walter, you're 1. Sweet. Okay, so everyone get up and go to their table.
Wait, what? 3. Wait, how do we know? Where is 3?
No, that's the village one. There's one in the village by the gym. Are you talking about Just skip right there. Nice skip. Don't skip right there.
Okay. So yeah, let's just read, and then I will have everyone come back and do the question.